Thank you for watching this third level, 301, third year of servant leadership training. It's about problem solving. Leadership often involves dealing with issues, trials, messes, problems, and obstacles. Often is too weak of a word for it, but here we go. It begins with a few wide and universal principles, 4 foundational principles. The 4 universal principles cover every possible problem because they are big ideas. The 4 universal principles represent extremely important issues and aspects of problem solving and in the practice of problem solving. They should constantly be referenced and checked. Constantly is a strong word, a good word for it. The 4 big ideas, 4 foundational principles are not alone, good problems, biblical approach, and normality. Let's examine each principle as it relates to problem solving in church and ministry servant leadership, my friends. Not alone. Problems and people can easily overwhelm a servant leader. It happened to Moses, Joshua, David, and Nehemiah, to name a few Old Testament examples. Look at Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. It's about God, not you. He is with you, and you are not alone in the struggle with problems, difficulties, troubles, messes, and issues. Consider Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. God, not you. God empowers and strengthens you to deal with the problems, difficulties, troubles, trials, messes, and issues of leadership. God has got this, my friends. So what's the principle? You're not alone. God equips and empowers you to handle the problems. God's got this. You're not by yourself. Poor leaders err. Poor leaders err to the extreme by either avoiding problems because they make the leader uncomfortable, or they chase every minor problem because they want perfection, peace, and calm at all costs. Both extremes cause greater difficulties, and even though our nature draws us to them, we must strive for balance somewhere in the middle. Poor leaders do this. Let's not do that. There are such a thing as a good problem, a positive problem, a godly problem, even an unsolvable problem. So what's the principle here, my friends? Good problems exist. Not all identifiable problems should be solved. Some problems are hidden solutions to bigger issues, mysteries, and should be managed instead of fixed. You get it? Instead of fixing or solving the problem, difficulty, trouble, mess, or issue, instead, accept it and manage it. Accept and manage. Sometimes that's more difficult than actually solving the problem, right? When solving problems, The world and corporate models present many methods for solving them, but you and I, we are not of the world or business or Wall Street. Our character matters. Their character matters. Our relationships with each other matter. They're important. Each person's relationships with God and the church are important. They matter. It is all extremely important, my friends. So what's the foundational principle here? Bible, not business. Biblical approach to problem solving. The third umbrella foundational principle is problems must be dealt with based on the commands and instructions of God's inspired word, the Bible, not upon our natural and sinful desires or feelings. This is an opportunity to obey and apply the Bible to your servant leadership responsibilities and relationships. Obey and apply, my friends. 3 down, 1 more to go. Bad words and trigger ideas, right? I'm talking about ideas like issues, messes, troubles, trials, difficulties, problems, pains, tortures, nightmares, and yet days of troubles are a normal part of life. Read Psalm 50, verse 15. Call upon me on the day of trouble. I will rescue you and you will honor me. Doesn't that verse assume days of troubles? Or study James chapter 1, verses 2, 3, and 4. James chapter 1, verses 2, 3, and 4 says, consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and yet endurance has its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Right? Doesn't James 1 assume various trials? What's the principle here? Problems are normal. Normal operating procedure. The fourth foundational principle is problems are normal in ministry and service. So avoid running from problems. Lack nothing. Endure. Experience joy while leading into problems and trials. That's James 1, verses 2 through 4. It's all part of being alive and serving, my friends. Welcome to the servant leadership struggle. It doesn't go away. Sorry. Problems are normal. Welcome to the job. We have examined the 4 principles. You're not alone. There are such a thing as good problems. Our approach to problem solving must be biblical. And 4th, problems are normal. The 4 umbrella principles, foundational principles, represent extremely important issues and aspects of problem solving in ministry and church by servant leadership. Servant leaders. And so, my friends, as we deal with our ministry and run into problems, in the process of encountering and dealing with the problems, we must consistently and constantly check in and reference these 4 principles. God's got this. Is this a good problem? Is our approach to this problem biblical? And let's just accept it as the normal part of service. Thank you, my friends.